There comes a time when the love bombing comes to an end in a narcissistic relationship. The honeymoon is definitely over and the devaluing begins. But when does a narcissist actually begin to lose interest in you, or anyone for that matter, and why? In this video, I want to go over several key points as to when and why a narcissist will lose interest in a particular source of supply. Number 1, the narcissist will lose interest when they get bored of you. And this is incredibly common. Highly narcissistic people have very, very short attention spans. Rest assured, this has nothing to do with you. As far as someone narcissistic is concerned, we're only new and exciting once, and there's nothing anyone can do about that. Once the new car smell, so to speak, has worn off, and it doesn't take long, the narcissist moves quickly on to try to find someone else. They need to recapture and rekindle those feelings again that they know is no longer going to happen with you or again with anybody else. Lots of narcissists are completely addicted to love bombing. They get their egos boosted. They get to learn somebody new all over again. And of course, they get to see where this person will fit in their harem of supply, in their hierarchy of people. Once they learn all this, they can get quite bored of it and they just kind of go, okay, this is nice, but I need more now, so on to the next person. When they do become bored, you'll notice a huge drop-off in their interest. The devaluing will definitely begin as their head goes right back on that swivel and they begin to look for a new source, or perhaps even hoovering an old source because, interestingly enough, as bored as they get of us, about every 3 to 6 months, they get some kind of idea in their brain that everything's all new and they hoover an ex or hoover us and try to see what kind of new trouble they can stir up and get back into. Number 2, a narcissist is going to lose interest when they have you completely hooked on them. Love bombing is done and done purposefully to build that really false sense of trust and that really false sense of love and lust and euphoria in a relationship. And once a narcissist knows they've achieved this, they got you hook, line, and sinker, their interest is most definitely lost. And you'll notice that that is where, more than likely, the devaluing begins. In short, they just know that they can. They know that you're hooked, you're obsessed with them, you trust them with every fiber of your being. You're not going to go anywhere. And when they have that information, it clicks into their mind. They can slowly begin to reveal more of who they really are. They can begin to ask for more, take more advantage, maybe break some more of your boundaries, get you to lower some of your standards. They really know that once the love bombing is complete, that is when the devaluing can begin. And if you sometimes look backwards into what happened, you can start to pinpoint when the love bombing begins to taper off and that devaluing comes in full swing. Number 3, interest is definitely lost once you've passed all the tests. And these all kind of go together, the first couple of points here that I want to make. All narcissists, while building up all that trust and lust and everything else in love bombing, are absolutely testing you. They want to know how much abuse you'll take. Have you been in abusive relationships before? People who have are inclined to get back into more abusive relationships and allow this to happen. They want to know how much you will put up with. How far out of your way will you go for somebody? How much will you do for them, and so on. Along with being love bombed, once a narcissist has decided that you're a good source and you'll give them a lot, they typically do lose interest. For some narcissists, it's really all about a chase. Once the chase is done, again, their boredom creeps back in. For other narcissistic people, just knowing that you're there, that you're available, and that if they reach out to you, you'll do whatever they want is enough for them. You're complete, you go on the back burner until they decide that they need you again. If you'd like to talk to a fellow survivor to vent about what you've gone through or what you're currently dealing with, or if you'd like to talk to somebody who's definitely been there, learn how to move on and heal, you can send an email to BookAChatWithJess@gmail.com to set up one-on-one phone sessions with me. Number 4, there are times where a narcissist will pull back and lose interest, And this is when they need to regain control of you, the situation, the relationship, or pretty much all of it. I'm going to keep saying this. A narcissist wants power and control. And if you're doing things that they don't like, calling them out on their unacceptable behavior, maybe trying to get them to take responsibility for something, they will absolutely lose interest, recoil, and go away. And of course, being the narcissists that they are, they will do this in the utmost mature way. They'll ghost you or give you a silent treatment, that really classic behavior that toxic people like to do. They shut down all communication. When they won't talk to you, they hope that you'll try to reach out to them, that you'll beg them to come back and talk to you. You might even apologize for things that you didn't even do just to try to get this person to come around and come on, let's have this talk and move past this. They want you to submit. Give that power and control back to them. Silence is also used to make a victim think about what they did. It's punishment, but not only is this punishment in this scenario, it's conditioning. If you learn that they bail out and don't talk to you, or maybe walk right past you in the same house like you don't exist, they're hoping that what your brain gets conditioned to do is that you will stop trying to have those conversations with them. You'll walk on eggshells. You won't bring up certain topics. And they will hope that by appearing to lose interest and recoil, you will connect the dots and stop all of this bad behavior. Number 5, along the same lines, when they need you to step up and do more, they want you to give them more money or whatever. They start to give you the cold shoulder and the interest will dip. Like we just talked about, they try to teach you what to bring up and what not to bring up. They will do this pretty much when they need you to do something, give them something. Again, more power, more control. It just switches from, hey, if you don't stop bringing up this conversation, I'm not talking to you anymore. It just kind of reverts over to, hey, I'm not talking to you and I might go talk to somebody else if you don't start doing ABCXYZ. Attention, supply, sex, money, whatever it is they're looking for. They'll hang back and seem very aloof and uninterested in hopes that it will get you to spring into action. And typically they pull away after planting a little seed of doubt in your mind that they're talking to other people. And they very well may be. In fact, they usually are. And in this nice little triangulation trick that they've formulated here, it does cause you to jump into action, hand over money, or give in and do something else for them that maybe you're not super keen on doing. They might even tell you, you are flat out not cutting it. And if you don't give them what they want, they aren't going to talk to you again. They don't have any more interest in you, and they definitely will leave. Ultimately, though, a narcissist is going to lose interest in you no matter what you do. You can be the most exciting, handsome, beautiful, wealthy, agreeable, humble person in the world, and it isn't going to be enough. But that doesn't say anything about you. That says a whole lot about somebody else in this scenario. We are only new for a short time. And again, like I said in the intro, there is nothing we can do. There is nothing we can do about that. What we have to offer will always be seen as too little, too late, not good enough. They always think somebody else out there is better than you. This is never going to change. Interest is going to be lost. We don't always know when or why, but we can definitely know that when it comes to highly narcissistic people, it is always going to happen. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.